Yep. Welcome to Tim Hortons Field in Hamilton, Ontario for the final of the League 1 Canada Women's Inter-Provincial Championship featuring Vancouver Whitecaps FC from BC and Quebec's CS Mont-Royal Outremont. Good Sunday afternoon, everyone. I'm Alf DeBlasis alongside Jade Kovacevic. Thank you very much for joining us here on One Soccer as we bring you the championship match of this Sunday doubleheader. The match that will decide who captures the 2024 edition of the Women's Inter-Provincial Championship and who will represent Canada in next year's CONCACAF W Champions Cup. Whitecaps FC downed their Alberta rivals Calgary Blizzard on Friday to reach today's championship match. They are looking for a second consecutive national title, having won last year's edition at home. And this year's League 1 Canada Women's Inter-Provincial Championship featured three teams that were new to this competition, one of them being CS Mont-Royal Outremont, who bested NDC Ontario in the semi-final on Friday night. Well, the teams are making their way to the center of the pitch for the anthem. We will take a short break and rejoin you afterwards with the starting lineups and the opening kickoff. Welcome back to Tim Hortons Field in Hamilton, Ontario. It's the site of the championship final for the League 1 Canada Inter-Provincial Championship. Earlier today in the match for third place, NDC of League 1 Ontario defeated Calgary Blizzard of League 1 Alberta 1-0 to earn the bronze medal. Well, Jade, you've watched all four teams play this weekend. What makes these two teams here today the class of this tournament and worthy to be competing for the title?
Yeah, you know what? Just to keep it short and sweet, looking at Vancouver Whitecaps to start, they came into their game on Friday night against Calgary with a very dominant energy, looking to control every moment of the game and taking advantage of their clear-cut opportunities with Jessica DiFilippo banging two back-to-back. But then also, on the other hand, we got CS Montreal, who's coming with a completely different face, very patient and organized in their defending moments, but looking to capitalize on counter-attacking opportunities, and when they're given that space, they're going to take their chances. So I'm excited to see these go up head-to-head.
Yeah, it is the culmination of an exciting weekend for Canadian women's soccer in Hamilton. We're going to crown a champion in just over 90 minutes from now. We are very glad that you're with us today, and of course the winner of this competition will advance to the 2025-26 Champions League W Champions Cup. The team that is representing Canada in this year's competition will also be on the pitch, and that is, of course, Vancouver Whitecaps FC. They have a date with Alianza in San Salvador just a few short days from now on August the 15th when they take on the club from San Salvador in the preliminary round of the the W Champions Cup. And Jade, it's an important opportunity for Vancouver Whitecaps, and because of that, looking ahead to that, that might be the reason why we're not seeing some of their veteran players in the starting lineup today.
That's a great point. You know, it's a lot of preparation going into these games, as I'm sure, and maybe one of the biggest stages that they've performed on yet. So making sure that they conserve some of that senior talent and they're ready for later this week, it's of utmost importance.
Well, the teams are on the pitch now, and they're getting ready for the national anthem. We'll take a short break now, and we will come back with the starting lineups and your opening kickoff.
Hey, let's go somewhere beachy.
I don't like sand.
What? What about Cancun sand? It's so soft. Or maybe Caribbean white sand.
Sure.
Ooh, Costa Rican sand. It's got
Dolphins.
Costa Rica, then?
Yeah, Costa Rica.
Good choice.
It was all him.
With over 50 sunny destinations to choose from, we have a flight for that.
For a sport played with our feet, funny how lending a hand takes us further together.
Do we really have any choice at all?
Everyone has a choice, and every choice has a consequence.
Which do you choose?
Life's full of tough choices, isn't it?
How do you choose?
Welcome back once again to Tim Hortons Field in Hamilton, Ontario. We are ready for the start of the Women's Inter-Provincial Championship Final. Let us introduce you to our official today. The referee is Miriam Marcotte. Her assistants today are Gabrielle Lemieux and Alicia Carlucci. And the fourth official is Sheila Couture. Well, let's introduce you to our starting lineups for each team. With the designated home team is CS Mont-Royal Outremont. They are in the white jerseys with the blue shorts. And they will start with number 91, the goalkeeper Leah Palacio-Tellier. She is also the designated captain. And actually, we're going to see the Whitecaps line up first. So we'll start with that lineup. The goalkeeper is number 33, Morgan McCaslin. Number 8 is Jamie Perreault. Number 11, Kaylee Hunter. Number 12, Kira Martin. She is the captain. Number 14, Taya Mason. Number 16, Bridget Mutipola. Number 18, Zara Baines. 19, Josie Longhurst. 20, Chloe Taylor. 24, Bianca Paddock. 27, Quinn Johnson. Now we're looking at Outremont. Their goalkeeper 91, Leah Palacio-Tellier. Number 4, Osamede Iyare. Number 8, Shayla Heed. Number 10, Anaïs Olarbi. Number 13, Mali Allard. Number 16, Marie-Eve Bernard O'Brien. Number 17, Casey Kosher. 19, Rose Hughes. 20, Eve Buiti. 23, Joelle Gosselin. And 67, Christy Kellner. The Whitecaps today will don their blue jerseys, the white shorts. It is a mostly cloudy day Had a little bit of rain earlier on, but looks like we should have pleasant conditions. It's about 20 degrees, a little bit on the breezy side, but good conditions for the two teams today. And as we get set for kickoff, we just wanted to mention that if the match is tied after 90 minutes, the game will proceed directly to a penalty kick shootout, and that each team, in addition to regular substitutions, will be allowed one head injury substitution per match. Jade, I think the significant thing to just let our audiences know is that these are clubs that are representative of their League One championship across the country, a League One that has produced a number of professional players across the years, particularly obviously from Ontario and Quebec because they were sort of first on the scene, but also from British Columbia and Alberta. And we talk about players who have national team experience like Vanessa Gilles and Gabrielle Carl and so many others. But this is the breeding ground for those athletes.
It really is. And I believe I saw the number, you can correct me if I'm wrong here, but it's around 100 females across Canada that have seen pro contracts coming out of their domestic leagues. And what a number that is to see. Like, that makes me so happy because the women's game is clearly growing. As I mentioned on my last game here, it's now the most popular sport for girls and women. So the fact that Canada's, getting this stage to play on for players in this league, but also the next step for the NSL, it's massive.
Right, of course. This will be a launching pad for the Northern Super League, which will take shape next season, and many of these women will have an opportunity to play on the 6 founding members of that league when it begins play in April of 2025. Well, the match has kicked off. As we mentioned, Whitecaps FC are in the blue shirts, so they are defending the goal to your right, moving right to left on your screen, and Outremont is in the white jerseys, blue shorts, white socks, and they are moving left to right on your screen. Ooh. Taya Mason hunting down the ball for Whitecaps, moving it along to Josie Longhurst. And that is Martin. Playing across to Bridget Mutipala, 16 years of age. She gets the start today. Not in the Whitecaps side today is Brianne Reed, normally the starting center back, but she is given away, and it'll be Kira Martin and Bridget Mutipala patrolling that back line. It's back to Morgan McCaslin, getting her second straight start in this competition. Ball's out of touch. It'll be a throw in here from the near side for Outremont. That is Christy Kellner with it. Kellner with a throw in. Good shielding of the ball. And it's all the way back to Lea Palacio Tellier. She's the starting goalkeeper for Outremont. She's a bit of an interesting story. She is the team co-captain, but has been a member of this club since age 13. And according to the head coach of the club, Sidi Mohamed Farah, he described her as a wall. She's an example on and off the field, and she even helps our coaching staff. And that is the goalkeeper Leah Palacio-Tellier, who stopped 2 penalties, one in regulation and one in the shootout, to lead her team to victory on Friday night. Here's a look at our CIBC player spotlight. The player we just spoke about, Leah Palacio-Tellier. As I mentioned, played for the club since the age of 13. And made some key saves Friday, in particular that one in the penalty shootout that allowed Outremont to reach this final. We have a free kick at midfield for Outremont. She'll go short with it. Comes across to Casey Kosher. Good pass inside. Just a little bit beyond her teammate, and it falls into the arms of Morgan McCaslin.
It's a great look. A lot of pace on that pass, but one little detail I wanted to add there was just that striker to continue her run and really commit to it, because the movement was great. Slowing down is what kind of allowed that ball to slip past her.
This is Casey Kosher. Here's an opportunity for Whitecaps coming in, and a shot that is saved by Palacio-Tellier. She cut down the angle, made herself look big, and came up with the save on the Whitecaps player. So our player spotlight already proving to be an integral part of this match.
Reflecting on her game on Friday, she was an absolute brick wall and paramount in keeping her team in the match, obviously allowing them to come to this game today. And I think we're going to see that's the first of many shocking saves, you know, and a player to definitely keep our eye on is number 11 on Whitecaps, Kaylee Hunter. She's creative, she's fast, shifty with the ball at her feet, and you give her any space in front of goal, she surely will make you pay for it.
Kaylee Hunter, one of the team's top scorers this season. Originally from Calgary, she's a striker, 16 years of age. Tallied 8 goals in 6 games for the U17 national team, so she's a player that has already been identified as a national prospect. Ball across the touchline here on the near side, right in front of the Outremont bench. It'll be Taya Mason to put it back into play. Well won there by Bernard Outremont. And it's back to Palacio-Tellier. Outremont going with what looks to be a 4-3-3 formation as they're coming into the offensive zone now. Good pass here on the right wing. If she can keep it in, she just does. That is Outremont. There's a shot that was blocked. Comes back. Another shot deflected. Still some pressure in the box. Finally cleared by Whitecaps FC. And they're getting numbers out now. This is Bianca Patik.
What an effort by Anais Oularbi there. She's someone that has been a crucial outlet for CRMO here. And after we talked to their coach pre their game on Friday, definitely somebody that they do look to isolate, along with player on the ball now, Shayla He. Two very creative players, dangerous and loving the one-on-one. So I think that's just a small preview of what we're going to see over the course of 90 minutes.
Oularbi. This is Iyare. Back to Oularbi. Gosselin. It's broken up. Right up midfield, and it was stolen there by Rose Hughes. Oularbi plays a nice 1-2. Dispossessed, and a little tug on the back there by Chloe Taylor, so it's a foul against Whitecaps. Chloe Taylor, just 15 years of age. She's from North Vancouver, BC. It's a very, very young lineup for Whitecaps today. Free kick for Outremont. Bernard Bro-Braham. Sent it to the box. Headed down towards Zara Baines. Patik. Baines dispossessed. Both players going to ground. Referee allows play to carry on. Kellner wasn't expecting the pass. It was stolen. And the Whitecaps take over possession. Mason challenging Gosselin. Gosselin making her way into the box. Still Gosselin. Mason recovering well and winning the ball back for Whitecaps. They're trying to work their way out of the back. And finally, Patik has some space to come out. They're really composed coming out of the back, Whitecaps FC. They don't crumble under the pressure.
No, they are completely fine with CMRO having the ball right in front of them. As long as there's no threat going in behind or penetrating any lines, then they're okay with them having it. And as we saw there, Anais putting a little bit of pressure, number 10 in white, and being some creative. There was no real pressure being applied to the center backs of Whitecaps, and you can see that in their play that they're okay living on the ball even in front of their own goal.
Play down the right flank now. The crossing attempt from Kaylee Hunter was knocked out, and it'll be a throw-in from the far side for Whitecaps FC. We're 13 minutes into the match, still looking for the first goal. Both semifinals on Friday had very early goals. Not the case this time. As Outremont tries to play the ball out from the back line. They've given it away. It's Kaylee Hunter. This is Zara Baines. Nice pass to Hunter, who cuts in towards the box. She's dispossessed. Well played there by Casey Kosher to come out for Outremont. Still Kosher with it, right up to the halfway line. Shoved off the ball. And the Whitecaps take over once again. Referee is allowing a little bit of physical play.
You know what? It keeps the final flowing, especially when, energy is high, adrenaline is high. Obviously dangerous tackles do need to be called, but the shoves and like the 50-50s, we do want to see those kind of run to allow the game to have some natural flow, which is good. We're seeing pretty even play back to back here.
This is Gosselin. Tried a through ball there for Ularbi. Just didn't come off, but Ularbi eventually does take possession. Still Ularbi. Tried a back heel flick that didn't work. Bianca Patek just couldn't keep it in. And it'll be a throw-in for Outremont just at the halfway line. We've reached the 15-minute mark. Still no score between Whitecaps FC and Outremont of Quebec in this Women's Inter-Provincial Championship final from Tim Hortons Field in Hamilton. This is Kira Martin wearing the captain's armband today for Whitecaps FC. Good ball into the path of Hunter. And a bit of a heavy touch that allowed Christy Kellner to intercept. Gosselin coming back for the ball. Ularbi. There is an offside signal there against Outremont. I believe that's the first one of the game.
What a great run from Shayla He from left side all the way across the backside of the center backs, looking to sneak in behind. Unfortunately, she was just a hair offside, but we got to see more of those movements because it's hard to see, obviously, ball and player. Super dangerous movement.
Shayla He is one of the team's best attacking assets. She has a very high level of understanding of the game, can change the flow and tempo of the attack thanks to her technical and tactical abilities, and coach Sidi Mohamed Farah said she's technically a very talented winger, a team player with good vision of the game, so we should be seeing her on the ball quite often today. This is Christy Kellner out wide to Ularbi. Looking for the return pass from Iare, didn't come. Whitecaps take over. Kira Martin, 17 years of age. She's from Langley, BC. Here's Jamie Perro. And her Kaylee Hunter looking for the run of Perro that didn't come. Rose Hunter fouled, and it'll be a free kick to Whitecaps FC.
Similar identity to what we saw Whitecaps doing on Friday against Calgary, is just having that patience and shifting the ball from side to side. And the moment the opposition opens up inside the middle, we look to drive inside as quickly as possible, and this is their bread and butter.
Here's a shot from distance by Kira Martin, and it was just off target. Not a bad effort from that distance with the left foot, but it didn't trouble goalkeeper Leah Palacio-Tellier. Well, this side from Quebec, Outremont won the League Quebec final, defeating CF Mont-Royal 2-1. After being the 4th seed in the playoffs, they also beat the previous champion of this competition, AS Blainville, en route to the final. They enjoyed an 11-game unbeaten streak during the season, so this is a very formidable opponent for Whitecaps FC today. Here is Ularbi looking for the cross. It comes in. It falls to Iare. Left foot shot off the back of a Vancouver defender. Cleared, but only as far as Kellner. Out wide to Ularbi again. Looking to supply another cross. She does. Headed up. Still a scramble in the box. And finally pushed out to safety by Whitecaps FC, under a bit of pressure now over the course of the last 2 or 3 minutes.
What a brilliant piece of skill by number 10, Ularbi. Patience, wanting to go 1v1, two delivered balls inside the box in dangerous areas. We have to take advantage of those moments.
Pass intended for Gosselin, just a little bit too long. Patrick. Back to Mason. And now Martin. Wide on the right to Jamie Perreault. Nice ball headed into the path of Baines. Across the middle. It falls nicely there. It's set up for Kaylee Hunter. Maybe one extra touch too many. Down she goes, and it will actually be called against Kaylee Hunter. Free kick to Outremont.
That was a good opportunity, top of the box, right at the arc there. One player has to take a little bit of accountability and be brave to have that shot release off their foot, especially when the keeper hasn't been tested truly yet. And we're approaching that 21-minute mark. Those opportunities aren't coming too often, especially against a really composed back line. Somebody's got to release that shot.
Restart with Palacio Tellier's long kick downfield. Gosselin challenging Longhurst. McCaslin. Ball headed into the path of Perreault. Couldn't get to it first. And Outremont quickly back on the attack. Paul played in for Ularbi. She's in on goal, and she has scored the opening goal of the match. It is CS Mont-Royal Outremont out in front in the 22nd minute, and it is off the boot of number 10, Anaïs Naila Ularbi.
Looking at this replay here, it's a beautiful through ball. What a touch by Ularbi to beat not only the center back, but the keeper too, and place in the back of the net. We love those backside runs, and we love to top it off with a finish as well. That's a piece of class right there.
Well, the opportunity came from that quick throw-in on the far side, and in a matter of a couple of passes, it was into Ularbi's feet inside the box, and she made no mistake, and she has put the Quebec side ahead midway through the first half.
This is a little bit of a different version of CMRO compared to what we saw on Friday. They're not as relaxed. They see a little bit more of a spring in their step, looking to press and play quickly on transition moments. And like you mentioned, that came with their first goal here. And I don't think it will be their last based on this energy that we're seeing.
Remember, this is a team in the first year in this competition, and they're making the province of Quebec very proud, having moved to the championship final after having beaten the Ontario representative, NDC. And they're now facing what is considered to be the elite club side in Canada, Whitecaps FC, and they have taken the lead But here is Whitecaps now looking to respond. Chance here, shot just over top of the bar, and it didn't miss by much, and it came off the left boot of Quinn Johnson.
Not by much at all. She smacked that well. Unfortunately, just with the connection, was leaning a little bit back, which put it over the crossbar, but what a position to be in to potentially tie it up. This pressure is definitely not going to die down from Vancouver Whitecaps.
24.5 minutes into the match. It's Outremont 1, Whitecaps 0. The goal from Anaïs Naila Oularbi. I think that is Gosselin, who is down injured for Outremont, and players will take that opportunity to come over to the bench to rehydrate and maybe get some instruction from their respective coaches.
Yeah, it's a great time to reconnect and just get a bird's eye view of what's going on from the sideline. But we never want to see those head-to-head injuries happen, especially, you know, early 25 minutes into the gold medal game. It looks like she's fine though, which is great, but you can never be too cautious with those head-to-heads.
She's right back up on her feet. Is Joëlle Gosselin, but she's going to be accompanied off the field by the trainer, and hopefully she'll make her way back onto the pitch momentarily. Just a little bit about the goal scorer, Anaïs Oularbi. She spent some time at the University of Alabama at Birmingham. Was a 2023 Big South Conference champion with Radford University, and she's also represented Algeria, the national team of Algeria at the under-20 level, so she has quite a bit of international experience.
Very familiar with the type of pressure that comes with a game like today, you know, playing on a stage across the nation, some of the best players, pressure to come in and beat the reigning champions as well. I think she's going to be and continue to be an impact player here today.
So we're back underway after that short injury timeout. Outremont with possession. They'll send it all the way back to Palacio Tellier. Now looking to build up through the middle. This is Kosher. And ball just getting away from Christy Kellner. Mason. Johnson losing possession. Oularbi once again. She's been a real threat down the right flank. Nutmegs the Whitecaps opponent, goes to ground. Nothing from the referee. Play on.
That's another solid piece of skill there. She loves the 1v1 like we talked about before, and any chance you give her, she's going to take it.
Quinn Johnson forward to Baines. Zara Baines looking to find space. Finds a teammate right at the top of the area, but the shot leaves a lot to be desired. That came off the right foot of Chloe Taylor.
You know what? When those passes are zinged in, it's coming across your body. It's hard to hit those first time on target. You really got to be right with the timing. Sometimes a little bit of communication from your teammates saying you got time, take a touch, make it a quick touch, one-step shot, better chance of it getting on target.
There's a good look at Leah Palacio Tellier, the heroine of the semifinal on Friday. Proved to be the difference in the penalty shootout in that win over NDC Ontario. Throw in here from the near side. Gosselin. Gosselin once again. Pass intended for Kellner was picked off. Back comes Quinn Johnson for the Whitecaps. Has some options ahead of her, but the pass was intercepted, then put out of play there by Casey Kosher.
Movement off the ball from the last line, whether it's the strikers, the number 10, 7, or 11, that interchange and movement for Whitecaps to handle has been magnificent. You're seeing a lot of players change positions, come inside, ask for the ball, go in behind, which is giving so many options to White to be a little bit more dangerous in their attack.
Oularbi plays a 1-2 with Gosselin. Now a nice 1-2 with Yves Bouiti.
Oh, wow. Beautiful.
Terrific one-touch passing to free up and it comes off the Whitecaps player, and it'll be a corner kick. I think it's the first of the match for Outremont. But once again, they're quickly upfield. Just quick passing, and the movement is really agile.
Yeah, pass and move, get it again, pass, get it again. We love to see so many players getting involved in the build-up, especially coming from the opposite side and getting on the end of it to win a corner.
It's from the near side, and it will be Iare, number 4. Back post, headed on, and it is just turned aside by Morgan McCaslin. That ball was headed for the corner, but McCaslin came across and made a good save to force another corner.
Her wingspan definitely helped her there. What a save. Mid-air, tapped it wide, and is definitely a major factor in keeping blue in the game right now.
So it'll be a corner kick from the opposite flag. It looks like Oularbi taking charge of this one. So it'll be an in-swinger. Right into the middle, headed on, and it is off an Outremont player and out. Goal kick, Whitecaps. In the 32nd minute of play, Outremont enjoying a 1-0 lead over Whitecaps FC. The goal scorer, Naila Oularbi. It's off the foot of Muntipola last, so it'll be a throw-in taken quickly by Christy Kellner. We're hearing the Whitecaps are intending to make a substitution. I don't see a player on field level just yet, but that might be coming up momentarily. But it'll be Outremont to put it back into play. Oularbi just shielding the ball. Now a free kick has been called against Outremont. It'll be Tia Mason to take charge of this set piece from the near side, just in front of the Outremont bench. It's into the box. It's a threat, and it came off Whitecaps player, but in the end there was no trouble there for Palacio Tellier, who had it read all along, and yet again another Outremont player is down on the ground.
Yeah, hopefully that doesn't look too bad, but it did look like another head-to-head. Another opportunity for coaches to recollect with their teams in the last 10 minutes. And, you know, it's always good to go into halftime, into the change room, feeling a little bit more confident. And for CMRO, that's staying steady and maybe getting another opportunity here. For Vancouver, it's pushing forward and hoping that ball touches the back of the mesh before the 45th minute.
Well, we know that Whitecaps are a team that are capable of scoring through quick counterattacks. They showed that in the semifinal, scoring twice within a couple of minutes. With Jessica De Filippo scoring the brace. She is on the bench today, available for selection. There's a good through ball into the box, going to ground, and the referee has awarded the penalty to Whitecaps FC, and this could be the opportunity to find the equalizer for the BC club, as the referee had no doubts. Miriam Marcotte pointing to the spot immediately as the foul took place. There was really no complaints from the Outremont players.
No, in that area of the pitch, you got to be so diligent in your defending, and giving away a penalty shot, unfortunately, is a last case scenario.
So it's going to be Kaylee Hunter to take the spot kick and see if Palacio Tellier is up to the challenge. And she scores. Kaylee Hunter ties the game for Whitecaps FC, and it comes in the 37th minute.
What a great finish. She knew her side, committed to it, drove it home. That's what we want to see. Now it's even going into that halftime, and things are getting more and more interesting as we approach our 90th minute mark. Looking at the replay here. Picks her side. Strong run up. Lower bottom right, opposite of what Leah Palacio Tellier had picked, making it even 1-1. Interesting game here, Alf?
Yeah, probably a little bit surprising in terms of Outremont going ahead, but the Whitecaps have been challenging ever since, and they've found the equalizer through Kaylee Hunter. So 7.5 minutes before the break, we're all tied up 1-1. Nice to see the sun out after rain showers that passed through Hamilton earlier in the day. Pleasant conditions for these two teams in the second half of the Sunday doubleheader. This is the championship match of the Women's Inter-Provincial Championship between Whitecaps FC and Outremont. This is Buiti losing possession. Played ahead. Stolen once again. So we did have that substitution take place just after the goal was scored. So it is Jessica DeFilippo, who we mentioned before, coming into the match, replacing Quinn Johnson. And she will look to add some weight to the Whitecaps attack.
A player that has so many different faces to her game. Loves to receive the ball at her feet, can turn, can slide passes through, can shoot from distance. A fun player to watch, and I think is going to come into this game and have major impact if given even an inch of space. So how CMRO deals with her and this pressure that she's going to add is going to be interesting.
There's a free kick right at the halfway line now for Outremont, as we're just under 5 minutes to play plus any added time. Ball swings to the right side of the box. Kellner collects it there. Nice pass inside to Ularbi. Looking to find a crossing opportunity. She does. It's to the back post. It's headed out. Headed up. And out to midfield, where Kosher will take over. And the pass intended for Kellner, just not the right pace on it. Kellner had to come back for it, and it's out of play.
Ularbi and the ball at her feet. Throw a shaking hands emoji right in the middle there, and they have a very great relationship. That's, you know, the 5th or 6th ball that she's delivered in the box there, and in the air makes it a little challenging to deal with, but if she can get those next ones on the ground, I think we're going to see the back of the net for CMRO a little bit more frequently.
Yeah, she's been very influential, Ularbi, particularly playing down the right flank here and providing crossing opportunities from the right. And of course she was the one that finished a chance early on for Outremont. Now it's a throw-in deep in the offensive zone. It's Metupala, and the referee has seen an infraction, so it'll be a free kick for Outremont. Just 3 minutes plus added time to play in this first half. It's 1-1 between Whitecaps FC and Outremont in a very lively, very entertaining first half of play. Kellner to Kosher. Ularbi. Lost out. Baines, nice flick on to set Filippo free. De Filippo is in an offside position. It looked too good to be true.
I don't know. That could have been played back. Too bad VAR isn't here, because the run and that touch was beautiful.
It was an immaculate touch
from
Zara Baines to set De Filippo on her way, but the assistant referee's flag came up. Kosher picked off. Bianca Patek up the touch line. And well played by Christy Kellner to recover and win the ball back, and then she's given it away to Chloe Taylor. Kosher once again. Ularbi shoved on the back there by Metupala, and it'll be a free kick to Outremont, and Ularbi slow to get to her feet.
Those are the tough ones, when you don't see it coming from behind and you can't really prepare your body for that blunt shot, but she looks like she's okay. Now she knows that she's got to prepare for the next one, because Whitecaps, they're not going to be coming in easy for the remainder of this game.
We're just now approaching the 45th minute. Yara just gets it out in time to Gosselin trying to turn the corner there. Sent out of touch by Tia Mason. Shayla He into the box. Cleared once again.
Shayla He's been a little bit quiet this game. She hasn't seen as much of the ball as we saw her get on Friday, and I think it's predominantly because possession has been maybe played so much more on the right side of the pitch for CMRO. I'm excited to see how they utilize her in the second half, or now into the second half.
As we approach the 45-minute mark, we understand the fourth official will show us that we'll have 2 additional minutes, a minimum of 2 minutes of added time. Mutipala, as I mentioned, 16 years of age. She's originally from Halifax, Nova Scotia. Throw in to Outremont. And it's given right back to Whitecaps. Can either team take advantage of the 2 minutes of stoppage time to find a go-ahead goal? Whitecaps are looking threatening now. Kaylee Hunter drops it off. Gets a return pass, turning with it. Baines stops at the top of the box, lays it off. Perro looking for the strike, and it's a weak one in the end off the left foot. No trouble there for Palacio Tellier. Good bit of movement, but not the finish they were looking for.
Exactly. Really good ball movement, patience outside the 18. Unfortunately, just didn't leave the foot in the way that she was hoping for. But at the end of the day, best opportunity to come off that situation.
Hunter once again. Baines just looking for the run of Josie Longhurst. Just a little bit too long for her to catch up to. As we approach the 47th minute. And there it is. The halftime whistle comes from our referee, Miriam Marcotte. And she brings the first 45 to a close. And we had 2 goals in that first half. It was Outremont going ahead in the 22nd minute on a goal by Anaïs Oularbi. And then Whitecaps equalized on a penalty that was converted by Kaylee Hunter in the 37th minute. So at halftime from Hamilton, it's Whitecaps FC 1, CSMRO 1.
Gatorade, with electrolytes to help replenish what's lost in sweat, carbs to help fuel your working muscles, and fluids to help you hydrate. Scientifically formulated so you never stop competing. Rehydrate, replenish, refuel. Gatorade.
Degree 72-hour non-stop protection. Antiperspirant with motion sense. Tested to the limit. Degree keeps working when others stop.
This ultimate mouth-watering moment is brought to you by the big, bold, ultimate taste of Ultimate Chicken Hot Dogs, only from Maple Lodge Farms.
Power doesn't sound like it used to. The all-electric ID4 with instant acceleration. Electric feels good.
Volkswagen.
Hey, let's go somewhere beachy.
I don't like sand.
What? What about Cancun sand? It's so soft. Or maybe Caribbean white sand.
Sure.
Ooh, Costa Rican sand. It's got
dolphins.
Costa Rica, then?
Yeah, Costa Rica.
Good choice.
It was all him.
With over 50 sunny destinations to choose from, we have a flight for that.
Degree, 72-hour non-stop protection. Antiperspirant with motion sense. Tested to the limit. Degree, keeps working when others stop.
This ultimate mouth-watering moment is brought to you by the big, bold, ultimate taste of Ultimate Chicken Hot Dogs, only from Maple Lodge Farms.
played with our feet. Funny how lending a hand takes us further together.
Power doesn't sound like it used to. The all-electric ID4 with instant acceleration. Electric feels good.
Volkswagen.
Welcome back to Tim Hortons Field in Hamilton, Ontario. We're at halftime of the Women's Inter-Provincial Championship match. The score is Whitecaps FC 1, CS Mont-Royal Outremont 1. We apologize for the technical difficulties in the previous segment, but Jade, the facility with which Outremont scored the opening goal, the quickness, the agility really impressed me. How about you in terms of, have they been able to challenge Whitecaps?
Yeah, I think, as we mentioned, it would be a little bit of a different look, but their movement up top, their interchange, their movements to break down their back line have been meticulous, and it's been really fun to watch. Whatever they had for breakfast, it's working for them, and we want to see more of that dynamic movement that's really throwing off the organization of Whitecaps right now. And I think to just highlight that goal, the cutback, the build up to that point, to be able to have the composure to tap it in, we love to see it.
It really seems to be a very composed team, able to move the ball very quickly from midfield up to their attacking threats, and they do have a number of attacking threats. Oularbi, the goal scorer, but not only her, of course, you have to look out for Gosselin. Of course, Sheila He is another one. So quite a number of threatening attacking players on Outremont that is giving the Whitecaps defense something to think about.
Absolutely, and just to highlight a little bit at the back as well, on Outremont. Here.
So we're looking at the first half highlights, and there were a number of early chances, including this one here for Whitecaps. There was a long distance shot that went just off target. But this should be the sequence that led to an attacking play for Outremont, and it was Oularbi who threatened quite often from the right side.
She loved the ball at her feet. She waited for that pressure to come to her and asked for that ball to be able to go 1v1. This is the goal here. Amazing movement from the right side by Oularbi. To be able to take that ball out of the air with pressure on her back and put it away, that's class.
And there she is again, Oularbi, looking for opportunities, for crossing opportunities. That time that didn't come off, but they had on the corner.
Incredible save by McCaslin there just to keep the score at 1.
And then, of course, we had the penalty that was converted by Kaylee Hunter. That came in the 37th minute, and she deposited it into the corner of the net, and that was the scoring. 1-1 is the result after 45 minutes of play. We'll take a quick look at the stats from that first half, and we see that the shots were fairly even. 3 shots on target for Vancouver, 2 for CMRO, and only 1 yellow card handed out to Outremont. We had been discussing the fact that this is really ground for what a professional environment can be for Canadian women's soccer, and we take a look at the fact that the Whitecaps have a lot of international experience. They have another international date ahead, going off to represent Canada in San Salvador in the first time Canadian representation will be in the W Champions Cup, and this is of course the kind of standard that Outremont is trying to match, right?
Absolutely, and I think, not having as much experience as the latter, they're doing an incredible job matching them. They're bringing a beautiful product onto the pitch and really testing the intelligence level of these Whitecaps players. And to your point, an incredible opportunity to be able to witness some of the talent that we have from coast to coast. And it makes me so excited to see this, because there's a different level of play here. There's passion, there's creativity, and sometimes we don't always get to see that across some standards of play. And to see that this is going to be the next step for the women's game here in Canada, that's so exciting.
Yes, and we are going to crown a champion 45 minutes from now. But we're going to take a short break, and we are going to come back with the second half of the match between Whitecaps FC and Outremont, coming up right after this short timeout. Welcome back to Tim Hortons Field in Hamilton, Ontario, for the second half of today's League 1 Canada Women's Inter-Provincial Championship match. With the score, Whitecaps FC 1, CS Mont-Royal Outremont 1. Alta Blasis alongside Jade Kovacevic. And we have been noted that there is a substitution taking place for the Whitecaps. I do believe that Emily Wong has come into the game. And that is correct. Emily Wong for Zara Baines is the change for Whitecaps FC to start the second half. They made a substitution in the first half as well, with Jessica De Filippo coming on for Quinn Johnson. So this is Katie Collar's second substitution, and it comes at the start of the second half. So it is Wong for Baines. And we're underway now with Whitecaps FC in the blue, now defending the goal to your left, moving from left to right on your screen. Outremont in the white jersey, blue shorts, white socks, and they're in possession right now. And comes off the Outremont player and out, so it'll be a throw-in. Quickly taken. Intercepted now, Gosselin. Good ball through into the box, and down goes an Outremont player. No signal from the referee. Play on, she says. Our head official is Miriam Marcotte. Martin. Ball intended for Paddick, but it went across the touchline. We witnessed a very spirited, lively, entertaining first half of the teams will be able to replicate that. And as we mentioned in our pregame, if the result remains as it stands after 90 minutes, we'll go directly to a penalty shootout. Something I'm sure both teams will want to avoid. And Whitecaps coming forward, looking for that go-ahead goal. Here's an opportunity. And then a clearance. Perrault looking to hook up there with Kaylee Hunter. Long ball into the box. It's well served. It's come off the head of De Filippo. Following up, there was a chance for Josie Longhurst. She didn't take it. Bridget Mutipola gets the ball back. Now it's across to Taylor. Wide on the right for Jamie Perrault. Perrault with two players closing down on her right away. Wins the throw in. Tia Mason. Across to Kira Martin. Mutipola. Hunter. Perrault. Perrault steps into the box, still has it. Perrault slips, falls, recovers. Whitecaps just keep it in play there. Chloe Taylor with a crossing attempt. It's cleared. Still the Whitecaps with pressure. Sustained pressure, and a pass just a little too long there for Jamie Perrault, who just run out of legs at that point.
Yeah, going and being a part of the play, you know, for about 30 seconds straight and being involved directly, and then to have to make that run in behind into the corner, that's a lot of commitment, and it's almost smarter to keep that energy conserved for now and maybe use it later in the second half. But definitely some good play from Whitecaps. They're looking to be calm, composed in zone 4 and potentially wait for their scoring opportunity to make sure that it's one that's worth committing so many numbers for.
4 minutes into the second half, and they've started on the front foot, have Whitecaps, with another opportunity here that was just cleared. Sustaining a lot of attacking pressure now. Jamie Perrault with a throw-in here on the near side. Gets a return pass from Taylor. Chloe Taylor once again. The cross is over the head of De Filippo into the waiting arms of Palacio Tellier.
That was a placed well cross. Super dangerous area. Unfortunately, we're just missing the bodies in the box to make sure that we get a foot on the end of that one.
This is Shayla He. Loses out on the challenge. Sent back across midfield and out for a throw-in for Whitecaps. 50 minutes gone. 5 minutes gone in the second half. Kaylee Hunter looking to cross it. First time she does. Poor clearance. And then a stab at it there from Josie Longhurst. He, Gosselin, challenged, tripped by Gosselin on Taylor, and Whitecaps have won the free kick. Ball deep into the box. Out comes Palacio Tellier. Had a little bit of trouble with it before she scooped it back up.
That's exactly what you want in that situation. If keeper doesn't come off her line there, back post is stacked with some blue shirts, so very eager for Tellier to come off of her line, scoop it, and lift a counterattack. Our numbers do need to be ready to receive high up the pitch, especially if you look at where our strikers are and how we have 3 up top. It's a really good opportunity for a matchup.
That ball out of play. Whitecaps looking to put it in play quickly. It comes back to Tia Mason. She has Perro on the right. Decides that she'll work it across to Martin. Nice pass to free up the right wing. Perro cuts into the box. Outremont player slips. Still Perro right in front. Still Perro, and an opportunity coming off the leg of an Outremont defender. And Whitecaps have earned their first corner of this half.
How Perot went about that. She was slicing and dicing in, out, decided to cut the ball back. You know, that's a very unselfish act to a player that's in a better scoring position, and unfortunately couldn't put it back away, but we love to see that cut back in front of the goal.
Bianca Patek to take charge of this corner from the near flag. Outswinger was over the head of Wong. And it comes out, it'll be a throw-in right in front of the Whitecaps bench. Tia Mason past her defender, she just ran out of room. Throw in to Outremont. Nice, well won challenge there from De Filippo. Came back from her striker position to win the ball. Perro at the halfway line has to turn back. Kaylee Hunter challenged there by 2 Outremont defenders. No place to go. We're in the 55th minute, and it is 1-1 between Vancouver Whitecaps FC and CS Mont-Royal Outremont. The 2 goals in the first half, with Ularbi putting the Quebec team out front in the 22nd minute. That was followed by a penalty from Kaylee Hunter to tie it. We're going to throw into Whitecaps FC, or rather Outremont at the Gosselin. Kept in play by Hunter. Kaylee Hunter getting back into the play. Pass picked off. And she's been a real threat early in this second half down the right side. As Whitecaps player Tia Mason. Hunter, nice flick pass. Didn't come off in the end, as Taylor thought Hunter was going to continue her run. Pass. Hughes to Kosher. Wide on the right. Kellner back to Kosher. Mutipola loses out to Ularbi. Ularbi looking to swing past Mutipola. She goes to ground. Nothing there for the referee, and it's a goal kick to Whitecaps FC. 57 minutes gone. Still 1-1.
You can see a little bit of that frustration in Ularbi's body language there. Hoping that she was going to get a call. I think she's been looking for a few of those this game already.
It'll be Morgan McCaslin to get us restarted. Headed back. Iara. Ularbi. Back to Iara. Good through ball to Gosselin. She's going to try it from distance, and she's found the back of the net. And it is Josie Gosselin who has put Outremont back on top with a goal in the 58th minute.
What a strike that was. Cleanly off of her foot. She saw that the keeper was creeping to that near post, saw that back pocket as we take a look at this replay here. Wonderful build-up. And a strike. She knew exactly where she wanted to slot it backside. Beautiful goal.
Great goal from Joëlle Gosselin, the attacking player who is no stranger to this competition, having been with the first Inter-Provincial champions from Blainville in 2022. She also has some playing experience in Europe, and she has put the Quebec side in front once again, and she's looking to do more damage as the pass was meant for Ularbi, picked off by the keeper.
What's really important right now for CMRO is their composure and just ensuring that their defensive roles and responsibilities are sound and they keep that energy level at bay. It's exciting that they just took the lead, but if there's one thing Whitecaps is going to do in this moment is try to take advantage of any unorganized moments, as they have some clinical finishers in the middle of the pitch.
Well, they've worked hard for this result. They're full value for their lead as we approach the 60-minute mark. With CS Mont-Royal Outremont leading Vancouver Whitecaps FC 2-1 in what has been a really entertaining championship final here in Hamilton.
As you mentioned earlier, recent goal scorer Joelle here brings so much experience. As you can hear from all the way up here, she's conducting her team to just kind of keep that momentum going and push through this next 5 minutes and giving her team just a little bit of extra direction. Gosselin is someone who's no stranger to this competition, winning it 2 years ago, but also bringing a little bit of maturity to this young, studded group of players.
Free kick to Whitecaps. It'll be Taya Mason with a set piece. Top of the box, headed away. Only as far as Kaylee Hunter. Looking for a teammate. No one in position there. Headed on by Gosselin. Shayla He. Trying to recover the ball. She does. wins another challenge. Shayla He and charge down, but play continues. Referee's given advantage. Still Outremont with the ball. And now she's awarded the free kick as Shayla He took a bit of a hard tackle. Outremont setting up the set piece. Rose Hughes deep into the box, and no trouble for Morgan McCaslin, who comes out to claim it.
Outremont taking a little bit of a different strategy there. Only 2 to their 4 defenders for Whitecaps. Just committing only enough numbers as they need to. Just a little bit more of a focus on their defensive roles, it looks like.
Whitecaps will need to step up their play. A little more urgency is going to be required if they want to find the equalizer. And it's Chloe Taylor with it now. Wide on the left. Plenty of space here for Mutipula. Cuts into the box, centers it. Kaylee Hunter! And there it is. The equalizer comes in the 63rd minute, and it comes off the boot of Kaylee Hunter for her second of the game.
I think as soon as we saw that ball fall, we could have predicted that Kaylee Hunter was going to slot that one home. Left foot, calm, composed. She saw the opening. She put it there, taking her team back up to a nice tie as we take a look at the replay here. Cut back that fell through, and again, beauty left foot strike, left side of the net.
Well, and she's in the right place at the right time to slot that ball in past the keeper, and that has brought Whitecaps level for a second time in the match. It's now 2-2 in the 64th minute. But Outremont has come right back on the attack. Here is Ularbi with the cross, low. Oh, Mutipula just went right through the ball with her boot, and that caused some panic in the back line, and it'll be a corner for Outremont.
Yeah, these balls that seem to keep trickling through the middle of the box, they're dangerous, and if you don't take those opportunities, they're going to run away from you, and you might lose sleep. I've had a few of those myself this past season. Just those tap-ins that you just got to come and meet, and simply like that one. At least they have a corner from this one. See what they do with it.
Corner from the far side. Referee has brought play to a halt for a second. She wants a word with players at the back post. It'll be an outswinger from the far side. It's right in the middle of the box, headed away by De Filippo. Knocked right back in by Ularbi. De Filippo with another clearance. Patek trying to clear the lines. Isn't able to. Outremont with another chance, and finally Mutipula sends it away. Shayla He just had it slip under her foot. And we're going to see a double substitution for the Whitecaps.
Game continues to get more and more exciting as we approach the 66th minute. We got some young players in the crowd. I can hear them all the way across and up here screaming with excitement as the ball starts to creep towards the goal, and that's the whole point of this tournament, is to inspire the younger generations that they will one day be here, and just to hear these screams and these yells of excitement, it's really great to hear that.
The ball just kept in on the far sideline. We'll bring you up to date on the substitutions in a moment. Here's a chance from the end line. Still going is the Whitecaps player, and it's finally off an Outremont defender and out for I thought it was a corner, but the referee's actually awarded a free kick. Coming into the match are Jordan Ziff and Geneva Hernandez-Gray. Chloe Taylor is one of the players being substituted. As we watch the Whitecaps set up for this set piece, the referee just making sure the two-person wall understands her instructions, and she'll go over and speak to one of the Whitecaps players right on the goal line. The ball comes in. It's Kaylee Hunter going high up for it. And an Outremont player goes to ground. That's Rose Hughes. So that was the reason for the referee's whistle.
Great job by Kaylee Hunter getting on the end of that cross. Super dangerous back post run. Was able to get it back across the box to her teammate. Unfortunately, defended and pushed away by White, but nicely executed. She's proven to be a very key piece in the attack for Whitecaps today.
A long punt downfield from Palacio Tellier. Perro trying to turn away from her opposite number, Shayla He. This is one of the new entries, Geneva Hernandez-Gray. Just come into the game in midfield. Utipola. Kaylee Hunter. Tripped up. And that challenge there from Mali Allard. Quick free kick taken. Hernandez-Gray. Played ahead. Perro with a quick cross. Heavy touch there from Kaylee Hunter. Uller loses the ball. De Filippo can't progress it. Now it's moved out to the left side. Back across the middle for Josie Longhurst, who's pushed off the ball. Ularbi. Yara. Finding some space down the right flank. Still Iara. Being watched by Jordan Ziff. Still the two of them in a challenge. It goes right to the corner flag and then finally out for a throw-in for Outremont. Well done by Osamide Iara to just keep possession, keep battling for possession of the ball.
It's defended well by Ziff of Whitecaps. Patient. Didn't deny her to come inside, kept her back turned, which is exactly what you want away from goal.
Kosher. Yara, nice dummy there to allow Oladbi with the cross. Gosselin steps on the ball and lost the opportunity to strike at goal. Back in for Shayla He. It's too long for her, but an opportunity goes begging there for Outremont. .71 minutes gone. Vancouver Whitecaps FC 2, CS Mont-Royal Outremont 2. We had 2 goals in the first half, with 2 more goals here in the second half. in a very entertaining Inter-Provincial Championship match between these two sides from BC and Quebec. The winner, of course, will represent Canada in the 2025 CONCACAF W Champions Cup. Here is Outremont. Charging back downfield is Ularabi once again, looking to cross, head up, trying to find a teammate. It's to the back post, and it's over and out. She's put a lot of effort in, has Ularabi. Just ran out of legs, I think, there.
I was just going to add that. She's put a lot of kilometers going up and down that sideline, whether that's running with the ball and delivering it early or inviting the defender to come try to get the ball off of her. But she's shown so much confidence, thrown in a meg here and there, and just been giving nonstop service to her strikers.
She stole the ball there once again, but they have actually won the throw-in. And it will be Outremont to put it back into play. Deep in the offensive zone. Crossing attempt. Headed out. Rose Hughes. Sent right back in. Headed up into the air. And down goes the Whitecaps player. And the referee is going to have a word with the Outremont player who committed the foul. I believe that was Mali Allard on Kaylee Hunter. Long ball to the halfway line.
Wow.
Well played there by the Whitecaps player, Jordan Ziff. Comes out to Josie Longhurst. Ziff continues her run. Gets the pass. Longhurst going around her and gets a return pass. Provides the cross. Di Filippo! It's off the post. Great chance for Whitecaps to take the lead. Jessica Di Filippo coming towards the pass and headed the ball off the post. And Outremont can consider themselves lucky there. Back they come.
Such a presence in front of goal. In the air, on the ball, she uses her not only her height and her strength, but her speed just to get around the backside on the blind shoulder of the center back there. And unfortunate that it hit the post. Woodwork saving CMRO.
Perrault, nice move to get away from Allard. At the edge of the box, sets up Kaylee Hunter. Pushed to ground from the challenge there. We're going to see another substitution from Outremont shortly. Actually, if I'm not mistaken, this is the first substitution of the game for the side from Quebec. It's a free kick called in favor of the Whitecaps. It'll be a set piece opportunity to the right of the Outremont goal. Bit of a huddle there to see what play from the training pitch they're going to set up. It'll be Geneva Hernandez-Gray to take charge of the set piece. Two players providing cover for Outremont, with two Whitecaps players standing in front of them. That's an interesting scheme. There's a short pass, another quick pass to Perrault. Just couldn't slip past the Outremont defender.
It's a great little set piece there. Unfortunately, like you said, just fell short, but great movement from Kylie Hunter.
Kaylee Hunter from the end line, and it comes off the Outremont defender, and it's going to be another corner kick for Whitecaps FC.
Relentless in their pressure. They are trying to combine, trying to access that spot right outside that 6.
Quickly taken. Tia Mason. It's back to Wong. The cross is deep, and it's headed out again by Rose Hughes for another corner. Whitecaps are threatening now to find that go-ahead goal. Outremont player still waiting pitch side to come on. No indication from the referee yet. Here's a deep corner to the back post, and it goes off. Not sure if it was the defender or the goalkeeper, but it is another corner kick, this time from the opposite side.
CS Mont-Royal doing a phenomenal job keeping that ball out of their goal. Not backing down from any aerial challenge. It's going to be so crucial for them as dangerous bodies are in the box for Vancouver right now.
Just over top of the goal. And the set piece did result in a strike, but it wasn't on target, as the substitution is going to be made now. So it is Tara Humir coming into the match to replace Christy Kellner. Tara Humir, number 6. Interesting background. She's originally from Amiens, or she played with Amiens in France and has represented the Moroccan national team at the under-17 level. She has plenty of international experience to bring into this match off the bench. Mutipola finally dispossessed, then Di Filippo wins it back, and she's charged into by the Outremont defender, stays on the ground, slow to get to her feet. We're in the 80th minute of play. It's Vancouver Whitecaps FC 2, CS Mont-Royal Outremont 2. Just a reminder, if this match is tied after 90 minutes, we will go directly to a penalty kick shootout. But these are two bold, aggressive, attacking teams, so we may yet see another goal before the 90 minutes are up. Malialad with the cross. It's a deep one, and it's beyond Ularbi and out the other side for a goal kick.
CS Mont-Royal need to commit a couple more numbers forward, especially when they're playing those long balls in. Not having, or having one player in, 2 players in versus 3 defenders, it's just not enough, especially when we're tied. We're going into that 81st minute. Being a little bit more dangerous and risk-taking in the attack is going to prevent those penalties from coming. So hopefully we see those actions come through in the next couple minutes here.
Shayla He trying to find some joy here on the left side. And she drags Kaylee Hunter down, but wins the ball, sends it into the area. McCaslin is quickly out to cover that.
Great work by McCaslin in pink there. Anais, give her that backside run. She loves to make it. We've seen it from her a few times already today. And all you need in that instance is a little toe poke.
Perot. Past Hunter and out for a throw-in. Allard loses the ball. Hunter's cross falls to the Outremont defender. Now it's picked off by Hernandez-Gray. She was one of the key players in their semifinal victory on Friday. She's come on now here in the second half to provide a little more spark offensively for Katie Collar's side. The Outremont player under a little bit of pressure puts it out, and it'll be a throw-in for Whitecaps FC. Perro into space for Hunter. And she flicked it into the box. There's no Whitecaps player there. Just over 7 minutes to play, plus stoppage time in regulation time. Mutipola into the box. Kaylee Hunter takes it down, looking for a shooting angle. Still Hunter turning with it, lays it off. Wong finds an option on the right. That's Perro. Jamie Perro. Is she going to take it to the end line? She's trying to make her way around the Outremont player, who took it away from her, but the cross comes back in, back post. Mutipola cuts in, floats across in. It's dropped by the keeper, but then she manages to collect it.
Well done. Very well done by Leah Palacio-Tellier. It's a dangerous ball inside the box, and as we know, De Filippo, just given a little bit of time and space in that box, she's going to rocket it home. So all over that ball as soon as it came in there and keeping it 2-2.
There was a whistle from the referee. Foul committed against the keeper, so she's awarded the free kick. It's at midfield now. It looked like it came off of the Outremont player last, so Perro to put it in play for Whitecaps. Hunter. Hernandez-Gray. Mason. Martin. Mutipola has Longhurst here on the left flank. In for De Filippo. Being watched there by the Outremont player. Whitecaps earn the throw-in. Just about 5 minutes to play, plus stoppage time in regulation. Still 2-2. And that ball off the head of Jordan Ziff was collected by Palacio-Tellier. Collected by Taya Mason. Geneva Hernandez-Gray, 17 years of age. Here's a ball placed into the path of Kylie Hunter, or rather Josie Longhurst. It was too long in the end, and no trouble for Palacio-Tellier. He's encouraging her teammates to go upfield. Long punt in the direction of Gosselin. Headed up and away. Hunter wins the challenge. Hunter, plenty of space across the middle, and pass was picked off. Oularbi. Gosselin. Oularbi's continued to run. The pass is in her direction, but Mutipola collected and cleared only as far as Shayla Oularbi, and Mutipola does very well. defending and coming up with the ball.
It's a great moment for transition here.
Hernandez-Gray quickly. Longhurst back to Hernandez-Gray. Shoved off the ball. No foul, says the referee. Carry on. Kosher out to Ularbi. Inside to Bernard O'Brien. Good run here from Iyare. Looking into the box, the cross comes in. It's over the head of Gosselin couldn't settle it. Cleared. Only to the halfway line. More pressure from Outremont. Another ball into the box. Gosselin isn't anywhere near it, and she shows her frustration. Two and a half minutes to play, plus stoppage time. Longhurst. Hernandez-Gray slips past two defenders. Now breaks away from another one. Still Hernandez-Gray. Pass picked off. Watched by her opposite number, Perrault. Across the middle. Ularbi. Gosselin. Will she shoot? She's thought about it. Came off the back of a Whitecaps defender. Wide on the left, Ularbi. And she's in an offside position. And Jade, we're getting closer to a penalty shootout. Just about 90 seconds to play in regulation.
It's all or nothing now. I would be throwing my numbers forward and just be looking to get as many opportunities on goal. High percentage kind of goes out the window. You know, we're just trying to play as close to the opposition's goal as possible, and investing those runs, investing those movements. We need to see more of that as we approach, like you said, that last minute.
Longhurst, but a foul was committed against Iyare, so it'll be a free kick to Outremont. Now we have the performance of the match presented by Gatorade, and it is our 2-goal scorer for Whitecaps FC, Kaylee Hunter. That was a look at her second goal. She had a goal in the first half on a penalty, and she is our award winner for the Gatorade performance of the match. But there is still 30 some odd seconds to play in the match plus stoppage time, which we're going to get an indication now from the fourth official. And it will be a minimum of 3 minutes, we're being told. So 3 additional minutes on top of the 90 for either one of these teams to find a winning goal. Palacio Tellier on punt. Headed up. Mason heads on. Sent right back to Gosselin. Iyare wide on the right to Ularbi. She's been alternating between the right and the left flank. Ahead to Yi. Back to Ularbi. Short cross. Headed out. And Di Filippo coming back to collect. Good responsibility there from the attacking player just to help out her defense. Clear the lines. Here comes Perrault. Nice through ball. Here's an opportunity, and it is right into the arms of Leah Palacio Tellier. Kaylee Hunter with a chance to seal it.
We love to see that movement from that backside, blindside run. We heard Kaylee Hunter scream for that ball. She knew what she wanted to do. Unfortunately, just couldn't slot it home. But what a pass. What a threaded ball. Great action.
Well, there's a substitution taking place in stoppage time. For Outremont, number 9 is Alana Oriente, and she is coming on for Tara Humir, who only entered the game in the second half. So the substitute has been substituted herself, coming in the second minute stoppage time. Not sure if that was a change that foreshadows penalty shootout. But interesting that it comes in stoppage time. Ball out here on the near side. Throw in to Outremont. Gosselin had it stolen. Hernandez Gray picked off. Outremont with the chance now. Oularbi wide on the left. Shayla Heat trying to run it down before it goes out. She just keeps it in. And then loses out on the challenge there from the Whitecaps defender. De Filippo. Stolen by Oularbi. It's back to Hughes. Bernard Obrem. Tupola, stolen by Gosselin. Gosselin has a look and couldn't get a shot off. And there is the whistle from our referee, Miriam Marcotte, who brings the 90 minutes to a close. And this game will go to a penalty shootout. Jade, what do you think?
You know what? As a player, there was so much respect that needs to be said for these players. They've had such a long season. They put on a great product for us to see solid talent across the board. I gotta say though, I don't love a gold medal match going to PKs, but we saw some nice goals today.
Yeah, there were 4 terrific goals. One actually off a penalty from the foot of Kaylee Hunter. But this championship final is going to be decided by a penalty kick shootout. No, it's probably not the way we'd like to see it, but it will be the way it's going to have to finish. And the coaches are going to set up their 5 shooters. And it will really all come down now to shooters against the opposing goalkeepers. And Leah Palacio-Tellier, we know, has the capability of stopping penalties. Morgan McCaslin has been a really strong goalkeeper throughout this tournament as well. So we'll see who can be the difference maker.
Absolutely. We saw McCaslin with some pretty big wingspan earlier. So I think that diving is no stranger to her, but a big part of this game in PKs is guessing the right direction, right? So making sure that composure is there and we lean on to those shooters who like to go up and embrace that pressure. I think we're going to see a really, really good battle clash of player and keeper.
Oh, the officials just indicating now which goal the shots will be taken from as the 2 teams select their 5 respective shooters. And it looks like it will be the goal to our right. Well, they will proceed there. And we'll see from the coin toss which of the 2 teams will shoot first. And 5 Whitecap shooters are coming to the center of the pitch now, and momentarily we're going to see the Outremont shooters as well. So a reminder, it will be 5 designated shooters for each team. If they're still tied after 5, then they will continue until one team misses. that is how we're going to determine the 2024 Inter-Provincial champion. And it looks like, if I'm not mistaken, Vancouver Whitecaps will shoot first.
Looks like Hernandez is on the ball first.
Geneva Hernandez-Gray, 17-year-old. From Coquitlam, BC, she's coming forward to take the first spot kick against Leah Palacio-Tellier. So the drama begins. Shooter against goalkeeper. Round one. And she scores. Buries it to the right of the keeper. Palacio-Tellier went the opposite side. And it's 1-0 Whitecaps.
Hernandez-Gray knew exactly where she wanted to go, confident in how she kicked the ball. She slapped that one home into the back post. Or backside, sorry.
And no surprise that Joelle Gosselin is the first Outremont shooter, so she will face Morgan McCaslin. One of the two Outremont scorers in regulation time. Gosselin. And she scores! McCaslin guessed right, and I think she might have got a fingertip on it.
I think you're right, yeah. It looks like she got a little bit of a touch and pushed it into the top mesh, but the fact that she guessed right and it was close.
And it's 1-1 after round one. And it's Kaylee Hunter coming to the spot now, and she already has a penalty converted in this game. She's also added a second one. Can she make it 3 for 3 for Whitecaps against Palacio-Tellier? And Hunter is saved by Palacio-Tellier.
Read well, very read well by Leah Palacio. Kaylee Hunter didn't change anything about her approach, the side that she picked.
Well, she was the difference maker in the semifinal in the penalty shootout. The Outremont goalkeeper, she's come up big once again in round two of the shootout, stopping Kaylee Hunter. So it's a chance for Outremont to take the lead. And no surprise that it is Oularbi to take spot kick number 2. And Oularbi is saved by McCaslin. Incredible.
Two top players in today's game shut down by the keepers at the spot. Morgan McCaslin proving my point right. Her reach and her wingspan served her well there.
So both goalkeepers have come up with clutch saves in the second round, and we're back dead even again. 1-1 after 2 rounds of the shootout. This should be Emily Wong for Whitecaps in round 3. And she scores. Well placed. Palacio-Tellier had a read on it, but it just got past her. It was hit with some power.
Kept it low to the ground, tucked it nicely under that shoulder, which makes it super difficult for the keeper to get down in time.
And I think stepping up for Outremont is Iyare. She will be the third shooter for Outremont. We're all tied 1-1 in the penalty shootout. her time before running up, and she strikes it off the post.
I believe there was a little bit of a touch there, too. McCaslin with the reach.
So the woodwork denies Iare of Outremont. And now the advantage goes to the Whitecaps as Taya Mason comes forward to take the 4th spot kick. So round 4 of the penalty shootout. Whitecaps in front, 2-1. Can Mason make it 3? And she is denied. Another save by Palacio Tellier.
The keepers have been walls today. This entire tournament, actually. What a great guess. Amazing save.
So I believe this is number 16, Marie-Ève Bernard Aubraham, stepping up to take spot kick number 4 for Outremont. And she scores. Top corner, well placed. No chance for McCaslin. And we're tied at 2.
Lots of composure on that approach. Took her time walking to the ball. It looked like she was waiting for the keeper to react first to then pick her side.
This is Jamie Perro coming forward for spot kick number 5 for Whitecaps FC. Can she put her side back in front after 2 players missed their chances? And she will score with a low shot to the corner. So the Whitecaps have the advantage. And the 5th shooter for Outremont is stepping up to the spot. And she has to score in order to keep her team alive. And it looks like it is number 19, Rose Hughes.
The pressure in this moment is so high for so many reasons. Ultimate focus is needed.
Rose Hughes, the defender, to strike, and she comes off the bar and out! And Whitecaps FC have won the Inter-Provincial Championship for the 2nd year in a row. 3-2 after the penalty shootout, following a 2-2 draw during 90 minutes of regulation. Vancouver Whitecaps FC have defended their crown.
We love to see a returning champion, and also to a team that is deserving of it as well. They put on a quality product, had strong players from back to front, and they were consistent across both matches. They scored in both, putting 2 away in each. And again, returning champions, we do like to see the holding of the crown.
Well, we're going to stay with you for the medal presentations and the post-game ceremonies, but Vancouver Whitecaps FC are returning as Inter-Provincial champions. So for our One Soccer viewers, the main channel will be switching to the Vancouver Pacific FC CPL match. We can, viewers on YouTube can stay with us as we will continue to provide coverage of this Inter-Provincial Championship. The medal ceremony is upcoming, but we're going to take a short break, and we'll come back with that momentarily after Vancouver Whitecaps FC winning the penalty shootout over Outremont. Medal ceremony coming up next. Well, welcome back to our One Soccer YouTube channel viewers, as we have concluded the match between Vancouver Whitecaps FC and CS Mont-Royal Outremont. A match that ended 2-2 after 90 minutes. And Whitecaps FC were victorious after penalty kicks, winning it 3-2. The players right now shaking hands, and we're going to progress with the medal ceremony. We should mention, of course, that NDC Ontario won the bronze medal, having won the third place match over Calgary Blizzard earlier in the day. So they will also be rewarded, but we're going to see first Outremont collect their silver medals, and then Vancouver Whitecaps FC will collect the medal and the championship trophy once again. And I don't know about you, Jade, I had a great time. It was a wonderful, lively, entertaining final, one that was very representative of women's soccer at this level in Canada.
I think so too, and we also saw some different styles of play. One that liked to be comfortable and dominant in possession, and then another side that liked to counterattack and live in the wide spaces and go 1v1 to try to bring in their opponent. And as you mentioned, just getting to witness the level of quality across the country in women's game, it's so exciting to see that this is going to be put on a professional stage, and we're just getting a taste of what it looks like. These players, just as a reminder, they're young. We got some 17-year-olds, maybe some early 20-year-olds, but this is just, again, another platform for them to come in, showcase what they have and what they can bring to the game. And like you said, I had a great time. It was super exciting and just an absolute brilliant display of talent.
So we're hearing from our public address announcer that Kaylee Hunter is being rewarded as the most valuable player of the tournament, and she is posing with League 1 Ontario's Dino Rossi, and she's going to take home some silverware for her efforts. Of course, scoring 2 goals. She did miss in the penalty shootout, but she did have a brace during the 90 minutes.
She was an absolutely, sorry to interrupt you there, Alf, but I just wanted to say this. She was a staple player in getting Whitecaps into this penalty shootout, right? And yeah, she did miss that one sitter, but she did get the other 2 that carried them to this 90th minute. So huge performance from Kaylee Hunter today.
And I was just going to mention that Kaylee, as you mentioned, so many young players. Kaylee's only 16 years of age, you know, originally from Calgary, Alberta, and a big piece of this Vancouver Whitecaps side as the team from Outremont is collecting their silver medals. And our applause to them for a job well done. They certainly came into this championship final and into this tournament with the right spirit, played 2 excellent matches, and certainly represented the province of Quebec very well.
Absolutely. Quebec has always been known to be a strong competitor and contender, and anytime that I've played them in my experience, you know, it's always going to be a good battle. So we were expecting nothing less, and that's exactly what they did. They put both their games to the 90th minute, both to PKs, and they took away some hardware, and at the end of the day, you have to be pretty happy about that.
And of course, also a very young side representing the province of Quebec for the very first time at the Inter-Provincial Championships well-deserved, and congratulations to CS Mont-Royal Outremont. I'm sure we're going to be seeing them in future competitions. And the coaching staff led by Sidi Mohamed Farah. And nice of Outremont to form the honor guard for Vancouver Whitecaps FC, who are going to collect their gold medals now.
Oh, that's great. Love to see, you know, the friendly spirits come out, especially after the whistles are gone, and players respecting one another for just what it's worth.
For the champions of the 2024 League 1 Canada Women's Inter-Provincial Championship, Vancouver Whitecaps FC.
So here they are to collect their gold medals, led by their captain, Vancouver Whitecaps FC. Once again, the defending champions in this competition, a team that will be representing Canada at the CONCACAF W Champions Cup this coming Thursday in San Salvador. And they will do so, having won this competition again, they will do so once again in 2025. A deserving representative for Canada as the players collect their medals, and momentarily we'll have the trophy presentation. And we talked about how young this side is. Kaylee Hunter, 16 years of age. Jamie Perro, another standout player, 18 years of age. Morgan McCaslin, one of the veterans, the goalkeeper at 24. But a very, very young side that has represented British Columbia very well in this competition for the past couple of years. And the coaching staff, led of course by Katie Collar.
And for the champions, back-to-back, Vancouver.
And in just a moment, we will have the trophy presentation awarded to the captain of the team.
Congratulations to all involved. A fantastic 2024.
Today it was Kira Martin.
Hosted here in Ontario, live in Hamilton, Ontario at Tim Hortons Field. We sincerely thank you for all your support. Thank you for joining us here in Hamilton this weekend. And please travel home safely. Congratulations to all. And to the champion.
Kira Martin is going to call her teammates to come alongside as she will accept the trophy from Dino Rossi of League 1 Ontario, the hosts of the competition this year. And there is the moment. Congratulations, Kira Hunter and Vancouver Whitecaps FC on winning the 2024 Women's Inter-Provincial Championship. Jade, final thoughts?
You know what a weekend of some great football, and to see this team take home the trophy again is a testament to the product that they're putting on the field and the depth that they have within their club. So congratulations to them, and I'm looking forward to seeing what they do on the next international stage they compete in.
And there is the silverware. And there is the lift. And those ladies will be going off, as I said, to represent Canada at the CONCACAF W Champions Cup. A well-deserved victory today over Outremont. And they will pose for traditional post-game photos. It is certainly a team and a force to be reckoned with, both in Canada and in international competition. And we're going to see them in action at the end of the week ahead when they fly off to San Salvador to face the local side in the preliminary round of the women's the CONCACAF Champions Cup. So once again, the final result from Tim Hortons Field in Hamilton: Whitecaps FC 3, Mont-Royal Outremont 2 after penalty kicks. I'm Alfred Lasses for Jade Kovacevic, Mackenzie Barwell, and our entire One Soccer crew here in Hamilton. Thanks for joining us today. At all? That was wow. Oh. At least you hear something. Yeah. It was better though, a little bit more smooth. Yeah. Okay. Well, I'm glad it was great. I'm glad we started. Yeah, I mean I think so. The highlights, the replays were were on time. They were good. Yep. We had a chance to. Okay, well I'm glad it was a little bit better. We'll take that. I'm gonna take that as a success. Oh yeah, for sure. I really appreciate it though, you guys. It was really good. It worked. I mean, like, I'm so glad we got a good game. That was incredible. It was a good game. And like, yeah. I think people that tuned in for it will certainly want to know more about it. Yeah, right? Exactly. And that's the whole point, right? Yep. So now we just got to get more people tuning in. Feel bad for Pierce who set up his lights and never use them.
Those are his?
Yeah.
Wow.